Here's a video on finding decimal and fraction word problems. So what we need to do in this is we need to find the volume of each of our shapes in each one, and then we're going to compare it to something else. So in this case, we're going to figure out that Ben is drinking 450 cubic centimeters per day. So we're going to take the volume of the juice box and we're going to divide it by how much he drinks per day. So to find the volume of the juice box, you're going to multiply the length times the width times the height. So that's 20 times 15 times 10.5. So when you do that, 20 times 15 is 300 times 10.5. Now I'm going to convert 10.5 into a 21 over 2. 10 times 2 plus 1 is 21 over 2. Okay. Now when you multiply these and you simplify them, there's two ways. You could cross cancel or you can multiply them. So when I do that, I'm going to cross cancel and get 150 and make that a 1. Then I'm just going to use my calculator and do 150 times 21, and that's going to give me 3,150. Now that's how big the juice box is. If he's drinking 450 per day, then all I'm going to do is take that 3,150 and I'm going to divide it by 450. So you can use your calculator for this, and you're going to get 7. So that answer is going to be C, 7 days. So that's how you do that problem. Okay. In my next example, I want to find this moving truck. So again, I got to find out which one has at least 40 centimeters. Since it's at least 40, I want to find the smallest truck. I'm going to start with the smallest truck and just keep building up until I find the one that works. So starting with the smallest truck, I'm just going to do 4 times 3 times 3.5. So again, that's going to be 12 times 3.5, and 3.5 I'm going to turn into a mixed number. 2 times 3 plus 1 is 7, so that's 7 halves. I'm going to cross cancel again. So remember, when you cross cancel, you're looking at the numerator with the denominator, so I can do 12 divided by the 2. That's just simplifying. So 12 becomes 6, and the 2 becomes 1. Now when I multiply, I'm just doing 6 times 7, multiplying my numerators. That is 42 over 1, which equals 42. 42 is at least 40, so it's big enough. So all I need is the small truck, so that is my answer, A. Okay, so what you need to do in these examples is find the volume and then compare it to the number it's comparing to. Some other examples that they've given is to see how big something is. So what you would do in that is you would find the volume of one shape and find the volume of the other shape and then subtract them to see how much bigger the one shape is than the other shape. So that's another way that you can compare them. Okay, so if I have two volumes they want me to find, and I can compare them by subtracting them. Okay, and then another example they'll give you is they give you 2 of the 3 numbers and then they give you the volume. So what you would do in that one is kind of work backwards. You would actually multiply the 2 numbers you know, and then you take the volume and divide by those 2, and that'll tell you the missing value. So that's just some of the examples that we have for Khan Academy. So hopefully that helps.